Hello everyone, this is TechBizmo. Welcome back to another video. And in this video, everybody, I'm going to be doing a 5 reasons why Linux is better video. So yeah guys, let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so the first reason I have for you guys is customizability. So basically this just means that you are able to customize Linux pretty much however you want. There's also things where you can program your own themes. There's also a lot of default themes that you can choose from, and graphical themes that other people created and stuff. So you could go to here and go ahead and search up some themes, and this is just in Linux Mint, but there are, in stuff like Ubuntu, there's things where you can download themes. Pretty much every Linux distribution you are able to customize. I'm pretty sure actually every Linux distribution, they just might not have this graphical type of, this graphical type of theme picking and stuff. You might have to go ahead over and use the terminal, which isn't too much of a problem. So yeah, and I could go to here and choose some of the default ones that it has. I could do that Mint X Red if I really wanted that, but I like to use Mint Y Dark, so we'll leave it like that, and our new mix just like that. Okay guys, so the second reason why Linux is better is speed. So this means, I'm sure you guys know what this means, but you're going to get a lot of a faster, more just a better experience with Linux. At least in my opinion, a lot of people that I talk to, they like to use Linux, and they realized a big CPU usage difference. Linux won't use your CPU that much. It won't need that much RAM. It won't need, that much, even storage it doesn't use that much of. So yeah, it doesn't need something like, a GTX 1080 with, something like a, Core i7's 8th gen processor or something, stuff like that. It doesn't really need that to run, stuff like Linux Mint, Ubuntu, that sort of stuff. If you're just doing, working and stuff, and even gaming, like, Linux is so lightweight. It's such a lightweight kernel or operating system. My friend Pseudo Linux gets mad when I call it an operating system. But yeah. So yeah, there is my second reason, because of speed. There really is a big speed difference, guys. I'm going to be honest, because, stuff like Windows and Mac OS, they take up way too much CPU usage, and, there's also, I don't know, there's also they just take up, a lot of CPU usage and RAM. So let's go on to the next reason. Okay guys, so the next reason is safety. So, on Windows, you get something like wcry and stuff like, ransomware and all that kind of stuff, bitcoins, that stuff from WannaCry. You'll also be affected by more viruses, not just WannaCry, but still, there's I'd say, I've never been affected with a virus. I've never had a virus on any Linux operating system. I've been running Linux for about a year now. Well, I started running it actually about 6 months ago, but I started using it about a year ago, or something like that along those lines. So yeah, all my experience with Linux, there's never been any viruses, but my experience with Windows, and my experience with Mac OS, not nearly as bad, actually, as it is with Windows. Windows, it gets the most infected by those viruses, the stupid ransomware, the stupid crappy kind of bloatware, that bloatware that really is a virus, and you just do not like, and it just downloads on your computer. If you go to something like sourceforge.com and something, you download an advertisement or something. So yeah guys, let's go on to the next reason. Okay guys, so the fourth reason I have for you guys today is a variety of free applications. So if I go ahead and head over to this software manager, you can see here, I could go to here. none of these applications are going to cost money. I don't know a single application. There's probably one or two applications that cost $1 in the Linux Mint software center, software manager. I apologize. Like Cheese, this picture taking application is 100% free. But if you want to get a picture taking application in Windows, if you don't like using the actual Microsoft one that's pre-installed, which I hated, then you're gonna have to pay. You have to pay $20 to use, I don't know, Movie Maker's wonderful camera. I don't know what it uses, but they're still going to use really horrible camera applications. And I don't know why I'm just talking about camera applications, but let's go on to the main reason of this. So you can also get Skype, which I don't like that. Spotify, if you really need that. Cheese, like I talked about a minute ago. So yeah, as I said a couple minutes ago, I do not know a single application in the software manager that costs a single dollar. There probably is like one or two, but it's just free. It's just wonderful. I love how Linux and all these distributions are letting us download these applications for free. So not just talking about the software manager, stuff like Kdenlive. That is a free, 100% free nonlinear video editing software for Linux. You can get it on pretty much any Linux distribution. I think even every Linux distribution, as long as it's eligible for that kind of editing software. It's my computer's not all that beefy, and it runs flawlessly on my computer. My friend, he has a computer that is even more, a lot, not slower, what could I say? A lot less beefy, I guess I could say, than mine. And he says Kdenlive runs great too. He uses Ubuntu Mate, so it's a completely different story from what I'm using, which is Linux Mint, but still, they're practically the same thing when you're talking about freedom and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, there's a free application. You can get stuff like GIMP, which is free. Simple Screen Recorder. This is a wonderful, wonderful screen recording software for Linux, and it works with pretty much any graphics processing unit. It works with pretty much any CPU. It works with, I think the maximum or minimum, I apologize, you have to have like 1 gigabyte of RAM or something. I don't know the things that you have to be eligible for, your computer has to be eligible for, but, stuff like OBS, you can still get that in Linux for free, but still, if you don't have a, if your GPU isn't eligible for that kind of recording and streaming, you are not able to use OBS. But for Simple Screen Recorder, you can do that on very lightweight computers without a problem. And, I can also enable my preview. So yeah, guys, let's go ahead and go on to the next reason why Linux is better. So my next reason just sums all of these reasons up. Freedom. So when I was talking about, free, that also has to do with freedom. Speed, that's free as well. Especially the theming and stuff, you have the freedom to do that. In Windows, you can theme a little bit, yeah, I admit, but you really can't do much. Like, look. I could change these icons. Look how I just changed those. I could change anything. Like, I could change this mouse pointer. Looks very nice. I could change icons to Mint X Orange if I wanted. I could do Mint Y, which was my old theming that I used to use, but now I switched over to Numix. I could do Oxygen if I wanted to. It's just awesome. And actually, this is what Oxygen looks like. It's actually not that bad. I actually kind of like how the Oxygen theme looks. And, Numix Lite if I want to use that. I'm actually thinking of switching over completely to Numix Lite because, my friend has been complaining that he doesn't like he's been complaining that I use too flat of a theme, so, might do something like this, and then, yeah, that'll probably do for now. Yeah, that'll do. Hopefully he won't, get mad at me anymore for, my theming. Hopefully this isn't too flat for him. But yeah, so things like, I apologize, I'm a little bit sick, but things like the terminal, you're pretty much going to get a wonderful and free experience when you're using the terminal. You know, you have the freedom to use the drivers that you want. You have the freedom to choose from Wayland or Xorg, which I recommend Xorg. No offense if you are a big Wayland fan, but yeah. Yeah, in my opinion, Wayland sucks, by the way. So, simply in any Debian-based Linux distributions, all you have to do is sudo apt install, and pretty much the application that you want to install. So, it doesn't work like this. So say I wanted to install something like, I don't know, FaceTime. That's not going to work because it's not a Linux application, and it's probably not going to be the right repository. Anyway, so yeah, just look up the command. They have them everywhere, since the Linux community is really awesome. I don't know what else to say. Just Linux is so free. You have the freedom to choose anything that you want. Open as root if you want. Go ahead and change your root settings if you want. And as you can see there, I'm working on a new website. But yeah, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and close out these windows now. Yeah. So I guess that is all the reasons I have for you guys today. I will have another video coming up a little bit later. Yeah, I guess that is it. So, I will see you guys all in my next video. I hope you all enjoyed, and, I thank you guys for watching. Bye!